Hey guys, welcome to another All Bass Creations effects tutorials, demos, and review. Today, we'll be going through the MXR Poly Blue Octave, which is one of my favorite octaves personally. It has a very nice synthy sound to it, and it'll be a great addition to anybody's pedal board. It's definitely a staple on mine. I use it for a ton of different songs or different compositions, or when I play for different artists, I use this one and the OC-5 as well as my OC-2. But let's get into the Poly Blue Octave with just my bass. Let's start with just my bass dry. And I have it EQ'd the way that I need it to trigger the monophonic mode properly. You want to have it more of a mid-rangey sound. So as you can see, it doesn't have a lot of low end at all. I actually wrote off the bass frequencies on my bass and used more of the high mids. Pushed the high mids on there and just kept the actually roll off the highs as well. So it's literally a frowny face if you were to look at it as an EQ on a graph. But here is, let's roll with the Poly Blue. This is it in monophonic mode. When that red light is lit on there, it's in monophonic mode, and this is going to get you that nice synth bass sound that you're probably looking for. Here we go. Start right there. So as you can see, it tracks very well. Very nice, warm, synthy tone. That's a great starting block for any synth bass sound right there. You can just start right there, and it's gonna sound good. It's got that. It sounds blue. It's got a nice compared to an OC-5. Just give a quick comparison right off in the back. This is what a OC-5 and OC pretty much a monophonic mode sounds like with just the octave up. Octave down. And then the Poly Blue. So it definitely has a nice, nice bottom to it. It's more hefty just naturally than the OC-5 or the OC-2 would be. Of course, if I boost my bass a little bit on the OC-2, the OC-5, then it'll give you a little bit more. now this is the Poly Blue. So I love the Poly Blue. I literally use it as my synth bass sound now. Like that is my one of my go-to synth bass sounds for sure. That and the Hog 2. I mean I use the OC-5 as well. I use all three of those octavers a lot, but this one has a nice particular texture to it that I really really like. Of course, and let's just stop and admire this paint job on this bad boy. That paint job is crazy. That is the best paint job I've seen on any pedal. And I know I have my TC Electronic pedals down here. Not TC. I said TC Electronic. Electro harmonics. Pretty much is my electro harmonics board down here on the floor here. And these is my usual gigging pedals up top here. So that paint job on that joint is crazy. And mind you, it matches like the other ones in the MXR, that series, like the base envelope filter. I have one of those with the sparkle black paint. But this sparkle blue, this is my favorite color blue. So it just stands out and I gotta keep it clean because it looks so beautiful. Especially when it's sparkling and shining, it looks so good on your pedal board. So they get an A+ for that. And yeah, let's stop and explain some things real quick. There's also an expression jack out right here, so you can have either a foot switch, expression pedal that can go between settings. So it can be heel down to be one setting, then you can have another setting saved for heel up, and that'll be two different settings that you can have saved that you can morph between with an expression pedal, or you can engage a top tempo switch to switch between two different settings, or switch configurations to toggle the fuzz and the monos modes on and off. So you can have it so the external foot switch is tied to the mono and fuzz. So that's pretty cool. You got a lot of different options with things like that. And a small pedal, and mind you, this is a multi-effects pedal. You get not just an octaver, you get a fuzz, you get a phaser, and you get a Leslie effect. So Leslie is the big brown box that comes with organs, and it has a rotating speaker in it, a rotary speaker. So you get Leslie rotary speaker effect, whatever you want to call it, similar to a tremolo. It actually is somewhat of a tremolo effect, but it has a few other things on there when it's a Leslie effect. So, yeah, let's keep rolling. And speaking of the phaser, let's go ahead and check that out a bit. So as you can see, it definitely adds a nice flavor to the things. Let's get this back off of there. And